Greetings, Health Scholar, and welcome back to the Health Scholars channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Dr. Orobosa, and on this channel, I show current and aspiring healthcare professionals how to, one, quickly and successfully earn their degrees, and two, how to start, build, and enjoy profitable careers within the business side of the healthcare industry. So definitely subscribe to the channel and definitely turn on your post notifications. I promise you don't want to miss out. So in today's conversation, we're going to talk about how you can plan for your healthcare career. And it's a bit of like a vision board type of conversation. I know that we are at the top of the new year, and in the month of January and early February, people are just like setting their intentions and their goals on how they're going to navigate the next couple of months in this year. But I find that planning is so essential. And so we're going to talk about that in today's conversation. Do note that today's episode is sponsored by my course, which is titled From Healthcare Graduate to Hired. I'm so proud of this course, and I know that this is the course that you need if you are an active job seeker wanting to acquire a job in the healthcare space, particularly a non-clinical healthcare job. In this course, I walk you through my 5-step strategy on how to go from active job seeker to hired, as well as I talk about things that people are not necessarily sharing with you on how to acquire a job in a digital era, because right now we are in a digital era, and many people, when you're looking for jobs, you're looking for these healthcare jobs online. So how do you navigate that process so that it is successful in helping you getting hired? Also in the course, you get a chance to work with me and the other students in the course. I review your resume and other job hunting documents. We work together on creating your personalized job hunting plan, because once again, the ultimate goal is to get hired. So definitely check out the course. You can sign up by accessing the link in the description box, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. All right, so as I stated, today's conversation, we're going to talk about healthcare career planning for 2023, and we're going to create a bit of a vision board. So just rock with me in this process. Now, do note that failing to plan is like planning to fail, and Sir Winston Churchill stated this, and I absolutely agree with this. Now, it's not to say that when you plan, everything will go according to the plan or that the plan can't change, but it's always great to have written out your intentions for the year, specifically in this case about your career, and outlining the things that you need to do to achieve those career intentions / goals that you have outlined. And so today I'm going to show you how to do just that. Now, there are some supplies that you need to gather, and you can pause this video or you can watch this video in its entirety and then come back and replay to actually engage in the steps that I'm going to share with you. But here are some of the tools that you can use to plan out your healthcare career. So you definitely need some form of paper or iPad. You can be fancy and get a board. You can use your phone. I mean, my notes in my phone is everything. If I show you the notes in my phone, it is like a documentation of my life. But it's really good to plan out your goals, and seeing it on paper or seeing it written it down just helps you work towards achieving those goals. Also, you can print out pictures, use Post-its. You can get as fancy as you like, or you can be as minimal. But the core goal in this particular activity is for you to be intentional and creative. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Don't even worry about the typos just yet. When you come back to the revising stage, if you choose to revise, then you can worry about those typos. But just write down where you want to be in your career and some of the things that you want to achieve in this year as it relates to being a healthcare professional. That's the common goal. Now, why is career planning important? Well, I honestly believe that career planning gives you a roadmap. It allows you the opportunity to outline activities and things that you need to do to achieve where you want to be. And where after you've achieved where you want to be next, continue to plan down the line. So it's just a visualization of your self-assessment, and it is really helpful for you as a professional to really document where you are, where you want to be, and where you will be in the next couple of days, weeks, months, and years ahead. But career planning gives you a great snapshot of where you're heading, and that is always a good thing. Now, today, I'm going to give you 5 steps to create your healthcare vision board, and you may have seen people do this for all areas of their life, but we're specifically talking about career. I find that many of the scholars in our community, this is like the number one question that comes up. It's like, how can I land a job? How can I land a job? So setting the foundation is the first step. And today's video, we're setting the foundation. So step one, you're going to take a moment to assess what stage of your career you're in. And many people don't know that there are different career stages. And if you are familiar on what stage of your career you're in, it makes it so much easier on creating next steps and a plan of action to help you be excellent in the current stage that you're in and progress into the future stages depending on where you are. So step one, we're going to take a moment before you write anything down, just assess where you are. And let's talk about the career stages. So Indeed.com stated there's 5 career stages, and the first stage is exploration, establishment, mid-career proceeds after that, late career, and decline. But I like to call decline the retirement type of stage versus decline, right? Because it's just a more positive connotation. But let's talk about these different career stages. So the first one is the exploration stage, and let me make it bigger. And in this stage, this is for your entry level or beginning in professionals. Now, do know that the career stages are not dependent on your age. I just want to put this out there, but it's rather dependent on your years of experience. So you may be a professional who has worked and has an extensive years of experience in another industry, but you've decided that you want to pivot into healthcare. And that's amazing. There's nothing wrong with that. But do note when you're pivoting into this new space, you're back at the exploration stage. You're back at the beginning of stages because you don't have any experience in this specific industry, which in this case is healthcare. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in this stage, you are identifying the jobs that you want to work in. You are assessing whether you have the qualifications like education, or if you're coming from another industry, having something like certifications under your belt. You are really coming up with a plan of where you intend the rest of your career to be. And you are assessing your ambitions, your approaches to finding jobs in the healthcare space and to establishing your career. And it's something I forgot to mention earlier. So in this video, we're talking about career in the form as occupational permanency, meaning that this is the career that you're choosing for your life and you'll be in this industry for a while working as a healthcare worker. So keep that in mind. And so during the exploration stages, it really helps you just plan out where you intend to be, what type of jobs you want to acquire, the education that you have. And once you have worked in the exploration stage, which usually you can acquire a job during the stage, but once you have acquired the job, you move on to the next stage, which is the establishment stage. Now, in the establishment stage, you have gone through the job hunting process and you even been accepted for a job or a couple of jobs. And now you have worked at one job, where some people work multiple jobs. I have done that in my career, but you are starting to gain some experience. You usually in the establishment stage, that job that you acquire is like the job that you will keep for the long term. Now, I'm a millennial. And I would say that the generations after me have really redefined what it means to work for a job a long time. Now, in my beginning in days of working in the healthcare space, I have met professionals who were working in their role for 15, 20, 30, 40 plus years. But in this day and age, that is pretty much non-existent. The average employee stays at a job roughly about 1 to 2 years before they're actually going for another job or they're moving on to a different industry. So just keep that in mind. Saying you had the job for at minimum 365 days, right? And in those roles, you may be working in the entry level or mid-level type positions, and you're being exposed to different experiences in these roles. Then the next stage after that is the mid-career stage. And this is a stage where you have acquired enough experience and now from your experience, you are very much interested in either transitioning or progressing, being promoted up. You've kind of solidified exactly what area, in our case, in healthcare, that you want to work in. And now you're going to actively work towards getting towards that area if you're not there yet. You're really committed to your position or positions in the role. And your core goal is about executing and achieving results, results that will speak volumes of you, especially if you're up for a promotion or looking to transition to another place of employment. Those accolades, those achievements in your mid-career stage can support that next step. Then after the mid-career stage, this is the late career stage. And during the stage, you have a significant amount of work experience. And now you're really looking for opportunities that may be less demanding. And I will tell you, the healthcare industry is demanding. And where you first start, you can endure that demand. But after a period of time, it may become overwhelming. It may get old. I will honestly honestly say to you, I'm in the late career stage after being in the industry for 14 plus years. I would say because the last 2 years I have been working just in academia only. I'm at a space where I'm like, I'm not looking to be in the hustle and bustle of healthcare, but I'm not yet ready to retire from the industry. I want to utilize the skills that I have gained in a way that impacts and inspire others. Hence why I went into academia, fell in love with education. And if you watch the video on becoming a healthcare administrator, and in that video, I share my story on how I even became a healthcare administrator. I'm at a space where I'm really about instilling knowledge and cultivating those who want to enter the industry. And hence why I've created a platform for health scholars, because I'm all about knowledge sharing and how what I have gone through, my experiences, the things that I advise you not to do can support you in becoming a very successful and prominent healthcare leader, no matter what area of the healthcare industry that you work in. And then you have the retirement stage. So I'm not at retirement stage, but a person who's at the retirement stage, they are ready to just walk away from the industry. They have dedicated a lot, particularly in our case, to the healthcare space and working in various roles, gaining years and years of work for industry and gaining years and years of work experience that now they're ready to just retire. And once again, I will tell you that your career stages are not a direct reflection of your age. And now more than ever, you may see people retiring early from the healthcare space because of the different ways that you can make money today. Hence why I believe the great resignation is so high and it has impacted many industries, including healthcare, is because people have learned other ways to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I will tell you is that the healthcare industry will always be in demand. No matter how many years pass by, no matter how many changes we see in the world, the healthcare industry globally will be in demand. And the reasons why is the type of clientele that we serve. At any given point of time, someone is going to be born, someone is going to need emergent or preventative care services, and someone, even in their final days until they cross over to be with their maker, they're going to need some form of health care. Even when you die, you go to the healthcare facility and, they kind of conclude your end of life on earth. So it's safe to say that there's always going to be a need for healthcare employees, but you as the individual, you as the professional, you may get to the space where you want to retire. I'm planning for that space and I want to retire so that I can do other things like travel the world more, etc. But this is a part of the 5 stages of career, and it leads me to ask you this question. What stage are you in your career? And write that out on your job board, or you can even write it in the comment section of this video. Let me know where you are. And the reason why you should know what stage you are in your career, because that will help you better plan the next steps, especially if you are an active job seeker and you're looking to get hired. Sometimes the roles that you're going after may not be the best fit for you. And in my course, I talk about and I teach you how to find jobs that fit your interests, because interest is very important, your skills, your expertise, and your ability for professional growth. So just keep that in mind. But let me know in the comments, what stage are you in? If this has given you some revelation, that would be also great. Just let me know in the comment section as well. And then step 2 is to think of your ideal healthcare professional. What do they look like? What type of jobs do they work? These are the things that you're asking yourself and writing down, not on your board per se, but just thinking about it. What type of roles do they work in? What organizations do they work? What ways do you believe that they have done meaningful work in the field of healthcare? Because we know our industry is driven by meaningful work. What ideas have their experiences and their life trajectory as a healthcare professional have provided to you? What skills do they possess? And the list goes on and on, but really think about that professional and then think about the things that they have done, because this will be helpful for you when you're planning out your own career in healthcare. And do note, to be a great healthcare worker, you must have some of the skills that I have listed here. And of course, being compassionate and having a willingness to serve is a big one, because unlike any other industry, we're in the business of serving patients at their greatest point of need. And patients come to us looking for answers, whether we're providing direct patient care or working behind the scenes. We are helping others in the healthcare industry be able, as a whole system, to deliver what we hope: quality, safe, patient-centered, and effective healthcare services. Also, being a good problem solver, active listener, and willingness to communicate. These are all skills that you should possess. And as you are looking at your ideal healthcare professional, do they have these core things? ask yourself that. And now, as you're also evaluating your healthcare professional, some of the things to include on your vision board, the type of roles that you want to work in. Include your education achievement and goals on your vision board for your healthcare career. This vision board is for your healthcare career planning only. You can create a separate one for your other life, but this one is very focused on your career as a healthcare professional. And then desired salary, include that as well. And then step 3 on your vision board, after you have mapped out kind of the skills, the desired salary of the ideal healthcare professional for you, their roles, and this is the things that you're willing to achieve, write the type of jobs you want and will apply for this year. Then after step 3, step 4 is to write down what skills or education you will acquire this year, because you always have to be learning as a healthcare worker. And then step 5, as you are planning out your career, is to write out your networking goals, because networking is key in this year and beyond to help you acquire a healthcare job. And they say that 80% of the jobs that are available are not posted on these like popular job boards. It's really about having conversations with people, and in having conversations with the right type of people who lead you to leads, or even are decision makers, can help you acquire a job in 2023 and beyond. All right, so I hope this video was helpful.